Inajijua inside out, inside out, inside and out. Penanga kupiga sherehe, sipendi kupoteza chance. Mziki ya kuwangi kelele, kama unajua kudance. Well, you're good for your attention, kama wewe ni fun. I don't know when I will fall in love. Usiulize kwa nini siwasiki, siwasiki mama. Usiulize kwa nini siwasiki, siwasiki yeah. Usiulize kwa nini siwasiki, siwasiki yeah. Usiulize kwa nini siwasiki, siwasiki yeah. Inajijua inside out, inside out, inside and out. 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 Ooh, neighbors, I don't do well with neighbors. Ewe nikae kwa makuti, I don't depend on favors. Nishasema utawaipata hii flavor. Macheda, minapendanga macheda. Siulize kwa nini siwasiki, siwasiki bae. Usiulize kwa nini siwasiki, siwasiki mama. Sijificha ni kwa kona, sisimami kwa boda. Ndiyo maana nasema siwasiki, siwasiki bae. Inajijua inside out, inside out, inside and out. Inajijua inside out, inside out,
Everyone is there. 10 minutes past the top of the hour.
inside out,
You're doing amazing today. Woke up feeling beautiful, peaceful, healthy.
inajijua inside out,
I hope you know yourself inside and out, literally.
inajijua inside out.
Yes, karibuni sana to another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss. That is Enviri with Inside Out, one of my favorite songs. I love this song. Karibuni, hope you guys are doing great. Your week is going literally amazing so far. It's exactly
You
10
don't know
minutes.
what you love. Get out of here.
What do you love? Do you know what you love? I know you don't love reggae
You,
music.
you don't know what you love unless they give you $20.
What? $20? $20? No, don't give me
That was
that.
that what you said yesterday. Like what you
didn't say
told us.
I didn't say $20. I didn't put a measure of $20. Yeah. 2 weeks you're giving me money. That's what I say. Let me
my bad. My bad. I apologize.
I want $1,000 and and above if possible by 2
All right.
weeks.
All right, my bad. I stand corrected. My fault.
How you doing?
Oh shit. I'm good. How about you? How about you today, Joby?
I'm feeling good. I can't complain. Just a little bit under the weather, but yeah, that's what it is to be a woman, I guess.
Hey, you know it.
We're going to be talking about, of course, interesting conversation. We're going to be looking at how Africa does not need to have a debate when it comes to resources. And I'll say this conversation is going to be backed later by a very powerful speech given by Osman Sonko, the vice president of Senegal. And I love the fact that actually he's talking like Ibrahim Traore. He's talking about the importance of African countries uniting, how we are supposed to be suffering, especially during these tough economic times, because if
Nope.
we rely on our resources, we'll be really far. And African countries can
Yep.
never make decisions alone. We need to be united. We need to have an organization, not the African Union, that unites Africans to make decisions that make the whole continent move ahead.
Yep.
If you look at the other countries or continents, they're so way ahead. And this is actually again through unity. Unity of
Because
states.
because of unity, but everybody works against Africa's unity because everybody's what parasiting off of everybody's stealing from Africa. So they don't want African unity. They want you guys to have tribal beefs and think you're different people. So that's why the educational system hasn't changed, and they got to keep the Africans stupid, so they can parasite, so they can steal from them. So you're right.
Yeah, we're
Just
gonna be talking about what is happening in Uganda, looking as we look at that, how countries currently right now are struggling. We have Kenya, which just announced the prices of oil that was yesterday, and it
oh
is
man,
possible.
I seen the fuel aisles all in Kenya, but they're crazy at the petrol station.
People are about to be actually people are talking about going to demonstrate because Ruto promised people that we have oil. So now people are very outraged and questioning him. Where is the oil you promised us and you told us that we have? And you look
You
at most of
know,
the African countries, that is the
you
state
know,
they're going to be, asking
you
their
know,
leaders where is the oil.
you probably I usually always pick it up. Rudo's in the oil business. He wants the
Mhm.
prices to stay high, so he's got some people he put in jail because they were bringing Kenya's cheaper fuel. Crazy.
Wow,
Yeah, you go.
it's
I'm
crazy.
sure you'll find it. Yeah, he's got some people on trumped up charges because they were trying to bring Kenya's cheaper fuel, and that was going to hurt his business. And so they've been locked up on fake charges because Rudo's making money off this oil prices going higher.
We're going to be looking at that. We're going to also look at what is happening in Jamaica. We have the Chinese people again, videos are going viral
Oh
on them.
yes, but the Chinese said that Jamaica's not a black country, which it's not a black country. It's a mo. This would happen when you're weak and you've allowed other races to come in. Chinese ain't been there for 10 days, and now they're telling you Jamaica's not an African country anymore. Yeah, this is what happens when you're weak and don't have a spine. They talking crazy. Oh, this is not an
Mhm.
African country. It's a multicultural country. It's with us and blah blah blah. Because as Africans, you've been too weak. You go to Jamaica. Jamaicans all impoverished. Everybody else has got the money in Jamaica. Got the Chinese own all the businesses and the Indians. Not just remember because Camilla Harris family are Indians, not black. So oh, we're from Jamaica, but they're Indian Jamaicans. They're not blacks.
Yeah, so we're
That's
going
a
to be looking at
scam.
that. South Africa, the xenophobic behavior, because it's crazy how we accept white people to settle in our countries, but we're
Yep.
so, not me and not Kenya, but South Africa is very xenophobic to other Africans, and this is actually
Most
becoming
Africans, just like you showed the ones in Ghana with the white
crazy.
with the white chief or whatever chief it was, but they got mad about the black guy because it's the self hate you were given through colonialism. We all been given that. Go ahead, Joby.
So we're going to start, of course, with Uganda and what is happening. They're saying that Uganda has confirmed, number one, not only about the oil prices, because I remember Uganda actually did discover the oil that was in 2023. I've been talking about this consistently, and they say that they're going to be ensuring Ugandans benefit from this. We've not seen anything. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I talked about how much they have profited from the oil. And the question, where is the money going to be going? Is it going to
They
be
ne- they
giving?
never develop it. They don't got no
Yeah,
refinery in no damn Uganda.
hmm exactly. So those are type of the things that we should be the money how we should be using the money literally to ensure it goes back and build some oil refinery companies and other infrastructures to ensure that the country can stabilize itself no matter what. No matter when the economy is being shaken in other parts of the world. And of course, again, we open up our borders. We need to remove these issues in borders. African countries, we need to start
So
trading with each other. We need to
imagine that you got a European Union, right? You got a European Union that actually uses works. You have a European Union where all the borders are open in Europe, but you have a fake African Union where none of the borders are open in Africa. Make it make sense. So Europe knows it needs to trade amongst themselves because they're poor, so they got to trade. So their borders are open. You don't need any
Mhm,
passports
mhm,
or anything to get to Europe because you go from France to Germany, Germany to Italy, because you're
mhm.
part of the European Union. You don't need no documents. So you got
Africa.
African Union. So why you ain't doing it in Africa?
We need to
Because the
start
white
asking
man
that
runs it. Go
question.
ahead.
We need to start asking those questions. How do we even call
Exactly.
ourselves again independent while we can't even
Hmm.
make dependent decisions? We always have to have
Exactly.
a white man always meddling in our businesses, always a white man behind the camera waiting for you to say something crazy, and then they're gonna say, "Hey, it's time," because there's always someone just watching you and waiting for you to say something crazy. Trading trading. Even a child who if properly given the right education today, and what we were talking about yesterday, of course, changing the system of education. If a child today is educated, trust me, by grade 4, 5, this child would have understood actually countries can benefit economically if we traded with each other. We'd save ourselves from so much. Now it's crazy. Most of the countries like Nigeria will have to stop importing some other stuff, which means, of course, the country or some of the commodities are going to be, the prices are going to be sparking very high. If it's cooking oil, if it's rice. We have other African countries that plant rice. Tanzania is one of the countries I've said personally, I've seen they are big producers of rice. We have some parts of Kenya where we have big producers of rice. We are the biggest producers of tea as Kenya, yet we benefit zero. And the little we benefit still goes back to these puppets so that they can continue making this system beneficial to those who are in control of our resources and our lands. This is crazy. Revolution. This is the only way. But it gets worse. Yesterday we talked about having Zimbabwe trying to extend not only change the voting system where the parliament is going to be the one voting when it comes to election. And also some time back, they said they're going to be extending Darius Mnangagwa, he said he's going to be extending his term till 2030 and probably also 7 years. So the same thing is happening in Uganda, where Uganda, they're confirming that the proposal to extend leadership from 5 years to 7 terms is actually underway. They're saying that Justice Minister says that the move is a part of wider constitutional reforms led by the Uganda Law Reforms Commission. Says after 30 years, it's time for an inclusive, transparent, and comprehensive review of the constitution, which is what he noted. So this is more dictatorship. You can imagine if they put Bobby Wine, because Ugandans have hope of Bobby Wine is coming to save Uganda. This is the
exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, Joe.
The same pattern. Ugandans especially feel pity for you because you guys, there's literally zero education that has been given to Ugandans. And I'm not saying that, which is just true.
Well, that's true. That's what the more we're talking about, like talking about the educational system, how most Africans, even before the generation, never went to school because they couldn't afford, like I told, they couldn't afford the school fees. That's why because I always used to ask, how can Africans be so ignorant? I didn't know nothing when I first was there about school fees. I said, why they don't know shit? How's that possible? Because I didn't know the system yet that kept Africans purposely stupid, not to know shit. Then when they do go to school, like you said, the educational system is garbage. But go ahead, Joe. So I agree with you.
Yeah, it's sad because that is even going to keep them in more oppression. You've been under oppression
of course.
For like decades, literally. Generations after generations have been born and raised under the same leadership. And it's going to be the same thing, having 2 presidents. You should go back and understand again why history of Idi Amin, which is what Museveni has literally completely scrapped away.
He got rid of it. Exactly. Remember, Idi Amin was talking against the cats with the hats, right? He was saying that the cats with the hats were the ones that were destroying everything. That's why they had to get rid of his ass. Right? He was telling the truth. And now the country's completely reversed from what Idi Amin was doing in Uganda 50 years ago. Getting rid of the Asians, putting the Africans back in charge of their own businesses, saying that the cats with the hats are the ones controlling the world and most of Africa, which is true. Go ahead, Joe.
Because if he was a dictator, I bet the son would now be the leader instead of Museveni.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. One of actually the biggest criticizers of Israel. Like every day he's always talking about Israel the same as his dad. So
of course.
Ugandans, it's going to be really,
and it's all. But the funny part about it, Toby, now it's all true. Everybody knows it's true now. See, back then, Idi Amin sounded crazy. Oh, it is Idi Amin. Remember, they own all the movies, so they made him. Just like me and Katie talking about. Grew up looking at the movies, coming. He was a cannibal, eating people. Remember, the cats with the hats on Hollywood. So they made all these fake ass propaganda movies. So when I was a kid, I was like, this Idi Amin is evil as shit. That's what I believe.
The same pattern is about to repeat itself. I think last time I was reporting about having Bola Tinubu, no Bola Tinubu, the Cameroon president,
Paul
please
Beer,
forget Paul
Paul
Biya. I
Beer.
don't know why I confuse his name with Bola Tinubu. Paul Biya appointing his
Because
son
because
as the
they
vice
because they
president.
because they both are retarded. That's why you confused.
He appointed his son as the vice president, just in case anything happens to him, that the
The
vice
vice
president
president.
going to be the one taking over power. So of course we know number one, the general Captain Crunch is
Captain
very
Crunch.
incapable. He's very incapable. So the only one who is fit and has been long in this political system to understand the mindset of Ugandans, and I believe more politically, it's Bobby Wine. He's
Of
fit for
course.
him to take
He,
over
he's he, he's the new
Uganda.
puppet. Yeah, right. He's the new
Yeah.
puppet that they're grooming. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's crazy. I see people in the comment section, they're saying that let them do what they want, but they will never cheat time. Someone also says Africa was far way better under colony. Wow. Okay. And then someone also says we have no problem with them. They can lead until God calls them home. That is another problem we have, man. We have to stop
Yep.
thinking that, let them. There's no judgment. Judgment is right here. Judgment is right
There's
here.
no accountability, Joe, exactly, because you've been given so much religious nonsense. There's no accountability in Africa. That's why you got these horrible leaders.
I feel like most of the people, of course, religiously, they think, oh, with that bullshit of the Bible, oh, judgment, it's going to be judgment day. There's no judgment
That's
day.
good.
In fact, the
It's
same
not.
bullshit being
Exactly.
told,
Exactly.
told
Exactly.
heaven and earth. The people living in heaven are the same people controlling us, literally taking over
And
all our
exactly. Hey,
yeah.
yeah. Why do they get to live their heaven on earth while you waiting for yours when you die?
It's super crazy. So we need to stop that mentality because that it actually allows
True.
the moment you have that mentality, your kid is gonna grow up with the same mentality because you're gonna keep on telling, oh, it's okay, those are politicians bullshit. So the God is gonna judge them. And then your kid grows up
Yeah.
in the same poverty of struggling, no job.
Exactly.
You say the same thing to your child and they grew up knowing the same thing and they're gonna pass it to the next generation. When are you gonna have change? Revolution. It's not gonna happen through
Exactly.
election, never. And the last comment someone says they can just put it for lifetime so that we can move out of Uganda and leave it for them. Lol, they rule for themselves. So you see, this is the mindset Ugandans have actually because if you look at this, I think this
Well,
comment section.
of course they know they rule for themselves. Like, but you won't. But only one can change it is you. Of course they rule for themselves. You know your country hasn't had enough development in 40 fucking years since this moron, since the CIA put this backward idiot. Assembly's a moron. He's CIA back. He's an idiot. Since they put this idiot in power, your country's got poor. Poor. And you're gonna look that up. But they know that you guys can't look it up because you're uneducated. Your country's got more fucked up in 45 years since you installed this knucklehead. Your country's worse. Man's been in power in 40 years and the country's gone backwards. That's crazy.
Literally, it's super
Yeah.
crazy. But moving away from that, we have South Africa again. We have more outrage from the internet because of what South Africans are doing to other
Of course.
Africans who are in the country.
Not,
2 weeks
not the
ago,
white
we talked
people,
about
not the white people, but the Africans. And I tell you, you go in South Africa and these Negroes are slaves in your face. In your face. It's like, wow, this is crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
yeah. 2 weeks ago, we talked about, I shared videos where we saw South Africans beating other Africans and even taking money from their businesses and telling them to shut it
Crazy.
down. And I think it even started way far when we started talking about they don't want to see other Africans in their hospitals. South Africa
Yep,
would get
in the
out
hospital. And you see the government has done nothing about this.
completely.
The government ain't done nothing about it. Nothing. They see all this in this illegal activity doing the other because they want it done. They've done nothing to because that what they have. This crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
Exactly. So we have an anti-immigrant group, March and March, which has begun along the week, called the cleanup campaign in Durban on Tuesday. That started yesterday, and supposedly
In
to
Durban.
sweep and clear rubbish.
Yeah.
But the
Now remember what Joey said. She's correct, right? That the South Africans are really poorly educated. The black ones are. They're literally stupid. They're so poorly educated. And also the jealousy that all Kenyans, Zimbabweans are better educated than them. That's just a fact. It's not against South Africans. White people kept them really stupid. So they hate other Africans also because most other Africans are smarter than them. That's another thing. See, and they haven't been told that. They haven't been told how you supposed to Nelson Mandela. He ain't made books to tell there was other Africans that helped you get free. There's South Africans don't even know it was other Africans, Nigerians, Angolans, Kenyans helping their ass get free. Nobody knows that. You were supposed to have been free for 30 years since 1992. So 34 years. And you don't know shit about your books haven't been changed. That was the Africans that you hate throwing out that helped you fight this white man and get you out of apartheid. Why that's not been put in your books? Because you don't run shit but your mouth in South Africa. All white people run your curriculum. That's why they ain't been changed.
I'd say even theirs is even worse, or should we call it maybe lack of acceptance, wanting to just be the white man's friend. So, but I don't know, because your history is so recent for you to not even know just what happened a few years ago.
It's recent, exactly. Their history is recent, exactly. Their shit is recent, Joe. And not even recent, it still happening today. I was there 10 years ago. This place I couldn't go in as a black man. I couldn't go in these places, Joey. I'm in Africa. I couldn't go in there.
This is crazy. But they're saying that as the campaign was going on, which is called the Clean Up campaign, they're saying the participants started apprehending undocumented immigrants and taking them to police.
Wow.
And some people were punished and shoved. According to Sharon, one of the lawyers of human rights, the actions of March and March violated a November court order. So this is super crazy. This is happening. And I'm bunch of videos of people, even some South Africans themselves, including Malema. I think we had during this weekend Malema talking about how South Africans are so hateful to other fellow Africans in the country. This is becoming worse. It's not even anything. It's not even something you want to talk about.
You keep saying becoming worse. It's just that you now become aware of it because you're in love with the music. You're just aware of it. It become worse. They've always been this fucked up towards other Africans. I said that. No, it ain't become worse. It's just you're just revealing it now, Joe. It's just it's like a sore. You're just taking the Band-Aid off the sore and say, oh shit, look at that sore. Shit.
Hating on your future employers. These people are going to hire you. They are the most.
And that's their problem, they're already bitter because we have Africans, and it's crazy. There's nothing of yours I'm coming to even snatch. I'm coming because I have money. It's like the same thing Keith has done, right? They're
gonna get mad, Joe. They're gonna get mad. That's okay. We're gonna do that anyway. Okay, Joe. We're gonna go to South Africa. And we'll let you do it. We'll let you set the business. They're gonna hate you, Joe, because you're smarter than them. They're gonna hate you because you're able to build in their country while they can't. And I'm gonna sit back and let you deal with it. Hey, it's your business, Joe. Do you think?
That's not my problem. As a matter of fact, if I'm concerned, I think their currency is higher than ours, literally, right?
It is because it's a bigger economy. They have more. Remember, there's white people were there. They actually allowed them to build industry in South Africa because white people own and control those industries. Other African countries don't have them because they don't want Africans to have the whole thing, Joey. Everything is always set up on a racial pyramid scheme. So black people be on the bottom. So since South Africa has white people there, the other white people in the world allowed them to build industries so they can get rich and hire the black people as the slaves to do the work. But they don't want industries in other African countries which you control. They don't want that in Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, Benin, fucking Congo, Tanzania. They don't want industries there because then you'll get rich and fuck up the pyramid scheme. You're supposed to be on the bottom, Joby, in the damn mines and being all dirty and fucked up and digging mines and making $2 for gold and letting the white man have the $2,000 what it's worth. You get $2.
It's given living in the States, literally. And it's crazy because, it's not even mostly coming from the point of a white man as much as they are there in majority. And yeah, like you say, they dominate majority of
Well,
the.
now remember, okay, Joe, okay. Okay, wait. Sorry, Joe, I didn't mean to cut you off. Let me say this real quick. Okay, imagine, okay, Joe, you're a child growing up in South Africa, so you're giving this propaganda. You're saying you told just like we told, the rest of Africa's all fucked up. It's all impoverished. Most Africans are stupid. They can't really build. You're lucky, Joe, but you're from South Africa. Look how developed the country. You don't own shit, right? You don't own none of it. But you see, so look how developed it is. Look how developed the country you live in. Like the rest of Africa, clothes and shit sold on the street, bunch of shit organized. Like that lady was screaming, "Hey, go back to your country. How's all this shit I hear you selling?" You got most African nations, all looks like that lady was saying, right? In Europe and America, that shit's not tolerated. Shit's unorganized. You got clothes and shit everywhere selling on the street. You can't do that shit nowhere in America or Europe, just like in South Africa. But so they've been raised to believe that they're better than other Africans, Joe, because their country is more developed. That has nothing to do with them, but that's what they've been told, Joe. Go, you got it now.
It's crazy. Personally, I've grown up knowing, of course, Kenya is more developed than Uganda. I've grown up.
I know.
And I don't even have to do research from just my stepdad. I just knew. I'm like, nah, you're all fucked up in the head, like just wrong with you, like shit. Because I'd already met like the whole family members. I'm like, nah, I thought it was just you. Now you're all fucked up, like something is wrong with you. There's nothing to do. That's why you're in Kenya, because you wanna be city smart. You wanna be street smart.
Of course. Okay, exactly. So see what you're saying. That's what the South Africans are saying. They come and understand your country. Why are you coming here? You're coming here because you want the development. You like the nice roads and the things that we built. You go back and remember why she's always screaming, that lady screaming, you're like, go back and build your country, Africans. The world is laughing at us. Go back and build your countries. Go back and build them. Go ahead,
That's the stupidest back way of thinking. If you're an adult, for you to think someone is, and they're making money, not even from your pocket, from your office. They came with a little bit of what they had. Personally, trust me, if I had funds, if I get funds correctly, would I want to move to South Africa? Hell yeah. Trust me, hell yeah. And in the city, God damn it, in the city and in a nice apartment. I'm not gonna live where I'm seeing white people in the other side and I'm living in the slums on this other side. I'm not gonna do that.
You didn't come to South Africa and live in the slums, then why would you?
And open a good business. Literally, I'd love to do that. I feel like there's just that good feeling of moving somewhere new, starting life.
It's fun. It's exciting.
Yeah, like just starting life somewhere else where people don't know you. You're just doing your shit, and then you start just localizing and knowing people of that place, and that's it. You grow. So yeah, I'd love to do that, but it's not my fault that you're not educated. You're stupid enough to even know me. It's not my fault that you don't even understand business from a personal level. Like,
but they're gonna get mad. I mean, exactly. It's not your fault, but they're gonna take it as your fault.
Go back to the white people. They messed up your mind, and let them tell you why they are here. They're the rich ones, and you're the poor one. While they lied to you, we were there. Our ancestors lived here. Can you go back to history? Go back to history. Talk to maybe other African countries that helped you, get freedom.
They don't know none of that. They don't know any of that, Joe.
Allow people to come to your country and educate you. Maybe you're gonna learn something, because that's how people actually learn.
True, but they feel they do, but you have a different mindset, Joe. They get angry, they get upset. They don't, because most Zimbabwe, like I told you, I'm about to show you the educational system of Zimbabwe. One of the best, not just in Africa, one of the best in the world. So when the Zimbabweans go into South Africa, they're smarter than the South Africans. That's just the fact. But the South Africans get mad and jealous and upset. How dare you? You come into my country's developed, and I'm smarter than you. And they are, because they're better educated. So they can come in South Africa and start building businesses and doing things because they're smarter. Just like you, as a Kenyan, I know the Kenyan guys out there. He came and built the business. They mad at him because you're smarter. So this be jealousy, Joe. They don't look at you. You know, you're the same African as them, but you come in my country and you able to make business and do things that I can't. Like you said, it's not my fault. You're stupid.
Trust me, there's jealousy on a level I can't understand. There's some jealousy. Why are you even jealous because you're seeing someone else prosper? You know, shout out to Calligraph Jones. You know, I was listening to his music and I questioned like the people I was, because he said on one of his bar, it's crazy when you see your neighbor being successful, you're getting bitter. I'm like, huh? People get bitter when these neighbors get successful.
Joby, you don't think people are bitter with you because you're successful? What?
Why you bitter? I don't get it. Well, like, why you bitter because I'm just doing good in life? Why you bitter? Why does that
we were just talking about that. Me and Jamal were just talking about you, and I said we were talking about curses. We were talking about the curse that I said Joby father put a curse on her 4 years ago. Joby's all scared. I said, Joby, that's bullshit. I said, as he sees you getting better, he's gonna be upset and feel envious and jealous of your success. You don't know people. You better. Well, I give you credit. You don't keep a lot of people around you, but
I don't because
I know. I'm just letting you know. People are jealous of you, Joby. Whether you know it, but you, because that's your personality, you don't keep a lot of people around. If you kept a lot of people around you, you would see it. It'd be in your face.
I don't care because it doesn't bother me. That's the good part about, because I'll not, even if I notice jealousy or I'm like, man, that's your problem, not mine. Shit, that's your problem. Do you have a job? Are you comfortable? Are you getting paid? Yeah. Man, then to hell with your jealousy and whatever you're thinking, man. Like, it never bothers me, ever, like ever.
Yeah.
People get jealous when they see their neighbors, like a neighbor.
Yes, you think people are jealous to see you? You think? Okay, right. What's this? Because you're gonna come on months. You're gonna have cars, right? You think people are not jealous seeing you, a young woman, living nice, driving a car? You don't think your friend? You don't think people are not gonna be jealous? All right, okay. You better learn the real world. You better learn the real world.
Really don't brag. I feel like I don't brag. Me.
Not about you bragging. You're not nothing to do with you bragging. I've never heard you really brag. You're right. You're not a bragger. Jealousy has nothing to do with you bragging. Nothing.
I feel like that people brag about some shit. Then you're like, God damn, they really have that all together. You'd be like, damn, okay.
People don't really brag. People don't really feel jealous of people that brag. Like, whatever. They feel kind of like, are you bragging? That's kind of stupid. Nah, people get jealous of seeing what you've now achieved, what you now have. People get jealous and envious. That's human, and that's human nature, Joe. That's why, sadly, especially if you're really uneducated like the South African, that's human nature. Your jealousy and your envy takes over because you can't, like you said, you can't critically think. Say, oh, this person's worked hard, studied hard. And now took their money, start making it a success. You said, how the hell they do it? And I ain't got it. Why Joby got the shit? I ain't got it.
I'd be so inspired. You know, personally, I loved when I could go get my nails done. Then I'm meeting these Rwandese and Burundians. And thank God they're just storytellers. And I love yapping too, you know? So I'm like, yeah. Okay, I'm like, how did you come to Kenya? And all that. I just love hearing this story. And then you have the story, the hardships they've gone through to, being where they are, to opening their businesses. I'm like, wow, I'd be inspired. I'm like, damn, you just came from a country where there was nothing, and that.
Now let me fuck your head up. let me fuck your head up right now. Your sister is jealous of you. You don't even know it. Oh, I didn't think you didn't know it. I didn't think you even knew it. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you to hurt your feelings.
That I know. Shit. No. Me? Because of my sister? Hell no. Shit. I know she's jealous. That I know. I knew it from the
I didn't think you knew it. I didn't think you knew it.
You're jealous? Like, is something wrong with you? You're jealous?
Yeah, she's jealous.
That's a problem. Shit. was something to do. I didn't go. I'm asking nobody shit. I just said my own, you know, and my mom,
That makes it even worse. That makes it even worse. Because in her mind, you're the daughter that got thrown away and succeeded. How the hell she succeed and she got kicked out the house? She didn't do what dad told her to do, and now she's the one living good, living in her own apartment, doing all kinds of. How the hell is her and not me? And she's even giving up Jesus. How the hell and I lie? How the fuck she's doing good and not me? That's why she blocked. That's why she blocks your ass.
From that point, I have so many people then who are jealous of me because it's so many people who didn't expect my life to.
Exactly. Oh, that's what I just told you. Now you admit it. That's what I just said.
Yeah, I've seen that. So many people, you know, they want to be around me, not to even because they're happy for me, because they want to know what's happening in my life, how far I've come, what's happening, what's new. I'm like, nah. Are you trying to investigate me? I'm not trying to have you ever again.
But see, that's the only thing good about you, because you keep people, you keep them. That's what's good about you. I will admit, you keep people at arm's distance.
The door is closed and the keys are thrown far away. I can't find them. I'm in the ocean. It was eaten by the sharks.
Polite people, even when they are educated, they still work for small jobs that pay nothing.
Exactly.
They don't have pride. They know that you have to work to serve and feed your families. That's why they are here. One day, like it almost happened in Cuba when Obama wanted to lift the embargo against Cuba. One day it is going to happen. I pray to the ancestors of the revolution that it happens when I'm still alive, so that I can replay these videos and say, I warned you about harassing your future employers. I warned you about exploiting the people who are going to share their land with you.
History again. History, man. Everything goes back to history because Africans really harmony. Africans could trade. Africans could settle anywhere. Africans could start anywhere. I could marry and go buy a land somewhere.
Anywhere. That's exactly. That's exactly what you. Exactly. That's why you know the Eswatini came from Kenya. The Eswatinis are really. It wasn't called Kenya back then, but the people that Eswatini is the same culture as Kenya because that's where they came from. Because they can travel anywhere and do whatever they want to do. Exactly. So that's why history is important.
And that's why I said I had a problem with that Nigerian king being kicked out of South Africa. I not understand. I get the problem because South Africa is a country of its own, and this is because now since the white man and the colonization and all that bullshit. But again, trust me, if you go back to history, African men and women could marry and go settle somewhere, and I'll
everywhere.
I can get recognized as a king of that particular place. It depends what I'm doing to that community of the people.
But they're gonna tell you that's back then, Joby. That's not today. That's
the problem. You see,
well, I'm just telling you what they're gonna tell you, Joby. That's back then. That's not Africa today.
You can coronate a white man and celebrate him.
Yeah, they damn sure do it. Yep.
Who are all kind of cauliflower on his face. He doesn't even know. He's also stupid. And that's what I'm telling you. These people are also stupid. They come from the streets with some few dollars they have left, and they're like, "Oh, let me take a ship or a cheap plane to Ghana." I've had Ghana people. They are stupid, and of course they have had shit about Africans. They have been hearing things about Africans and our behavior. So a white man from the streets come to settle somewhere in Ghana, then he acts like he's in love with a girl because he wants somewhere to settle. Oh, you know, right now my dollars are kind of fixed at the bank. This and this and this. So I'm gonna have to stay here a little bit before my bank and all that.
True.
Before you realize that the whole community loves this motherfucker and this Jesus now.
That's so true. That's so funny but true.
Because it's so stupid too. Like you saw yesterday on that video, they just poured in ugali flour on this guy and ashes. He's a really cheap king, huh? You should try. Go in the UK or something. Get some to talk to John Mosquito to teach you the UK or the British coronation
It ain't gonna be like that. It ain't gonna be that guy. That white guy ain't getting coordinated in Britain. He's a bum. If they get his ass, get his ass out the goddamn the Buckingham Palace, where them people staying over there. They get your ass out front of the gate, or we lock your ass up.
I want you to watch this video over here of South African women that are denying a Zimbabwean woman and her children health care in
Zimbabwe. And these are the same people.
Children on the basis that she's a Zimbabwean and on the basis that
made up fake countries by white people. Was no fucking Zimbabwe. Was no South. Those borders are made by white people. So you're saying we're not Africans because white people made fake borders, fake lines on the ground where they can steal at. You still here, I still there, and this is the border. So they would. You know why your borders exist, Africa? Like Joey said, you need no history. They made borders so they can steal in certain places because they're so savage, so they wouldn't fight each other for the shit that they were stealing from Africans. That's why they made borders. Say, okay, I'm just gonna be right here. I'm gonna steal right here. You don't come across this area. You steal over there, because they were fighting each other at first for Africa. They said we don't need to fight. It's so big. It's so much money. We'll make borders. You don't come across this line. I won't come across that line. That's how you got the African countries. So now you believe, because in an illusionary border, that the white people that hate your ass. So you're not gonna treat this African with sisterly and brotherly love because of a fake border. And go back 200 years ago, like Joby said, there was no borders. You were the same people. You would treat that person with love because you're African. That's your nature. But you've been caught in somebody else's traditions and somebody else's belief system. And now she's a Zimbabwean. How dare you come and get health care to help you survive? You know how evil and wicked that shit is?
Man, it's like they'd rather watch you die rather than you go to
They rather watch. That's what they rather watch you die, Joby, in the streets like a dog because of a border that a white man made. Yeah,
it is against South African law. No South African has a right to identify anyone as an illegal immigrant or anybody as somebody who shouldn't be in South Africa. That is the job of Home Affairs. No South African has the right to deny anyone healthcare in South Africa on the pretext that they are illegal because you don't know their papers and their status. This is before I remind you that the Constitutional Court of South Africa made a ruling in which they said that any women and children that are foreign refugees illegal.
I gotta get that brother's number. Not Rudo, Rotundo. Hey man, they already told you to shut up speaking about South Africa, even because you're Zimbabwean. And even though now you live in South Africa and your wife is South African, you have South African kids. They said take you and your wife and take your ass back to Zimbabwe.
South Africans make me sick. Man, you make me sick when I hear those kind of things. You really make me sick to the gut.
Just like your South African stars, Joby. You know they were Zimbabwean. They said, get your Zimbabwean ass out of here and go back to Zimbabwe.
I'm starting to now look at them in a very different way, man. Because if majority of the people you can see this is how they reason, you can imagine the artist. But I understand the artist because these are people who have to travel from different countries.
Exactly. You can't do that. Exactly.
Phobic mentality, but this is sick. I go back to it. So I should not address matters of South Africans because I'm a Kenyan. I'll do so.
You're supposed to, Joey. Go ahead.
Now, real talk. These people need to be corrected, checked on.
Of course, you're right.
Stick your ass where you are, and we're not gonna stop coming to South Africa either. You stick your ass where you like being there, complaining. You don't wanna explore other opportunities in other countries. Have you tried maybe Kenya? Have you tried Tanzania? Have you tried seeing opportunities You can
But they don't got the money. They don't got the money to travel, Joe. But they're broke. That's what.
That's their problem.
I'm just telling you.
That's their problem.
And they're gonna tell you, I don't want to go to no other African country that's underdeveloped. I'm gonna go to African countries that don't got no development. No. But really, they can't afford it. But this is what they tell you. I'm not going to no other African country for what? They don't got nothing. That's what they tell you.
State House complain to Ramaphosa or to the Americans or to the Israel people who are in the country. You need to leave other Africans alone.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead and play it. I'm going to play it.
Sick.
To healthcare in South Africa.
Right.
And that's before I remind you of the Refugee Convention that says any person, man, woman, child, who runs away from their country into another country, running away from persecution, such a person is a refugee, even if they've entered the country illegally. They must be regularized and given papers for them to be a refugee, and then they must be given a job, basic health care, and other.
Now pause it, Joby. See, just like what Joby just said. In the EU, you're not a refugee because all their countries are open to each other. If you're an African, you got an African Union, why aren't the African countries opened up anyway to all Africans? Then it wouldn't be a refugee. They're part of the African Union. So you can go anywhere you want to go, just like the Europeans. Europeans go anywhere they want to go in Europe. They can be in Spain, go to Denmark, go to the Netherlands, go to Germany, go to France, and don't need no paper. They can move all parts of Europe. But why they don't do it in Africa? Because the white man wants you not to know each other, wants you to be divided. That's why if you got African Union, that means Africa's supposed to be opened up for all Africans then. Travel's supposed to be goddamn no passports and no visas. Like Joby said, I can go and settle anywhere I want to. If I go to South Africa, it's a job then, I take it. I'm an African. That's what I'm supposed to be able to do. Same way they do in Europe. Make it make sense. And now finally Africans are asking these questions. How the hell white people can move around Europe? And it's easier for white people to even move around Africa than Africans. How does this make any sense? So if those borders were gone, they couldn't call those Zimbabweans refugees. Because the borders will all be open. And South Africans, the black people, they don't want that. We don't want no open borders for the rest of Africa. What? It'll help you out. You have better trade, you actually become wealthy and get better jobs. You guys can get better education in other countries. Kenya, Ghana, where you got good education, not less white people controlling the education system. You understand that? These are your family. These people are your families, dummy. Okay? Africans, like Joe said, moved all, that's why you got to know where Africans moved all over Africa. Okay? He's still the same people. Well, go ahead, Joe. Let him go and talk. Go ahead.
This convention is clear that even if a person is illegal, if they are running away from persecution, that person still remains a refugee. The fact that a person does not know how to apply for refugee status, the fact that they don't have the knowledge does not make them any less of a refugee. That means that any Zimbabwean that ran from the persecution of illegal Western sanctions and the destruction caused by those very same illegal
white
people is entitled to being realized as a refugee and to be regularized by the South African government. So, this is persecution of refugees. It is persecution of women and children that are entitled to healthcare in South Africa. And the question that all of us have is, when did Africans start becoming illegal immigrants in South Africa?
Exactly.
That when the leaders of South Africa went into exile, they had no papers. They moved
everywhere
without papers.
Exactly. He's right. Because they don't know the history with them. So he's saying when South Africans were being oppressed by the white people and other Africans, especially Tanzania, parts of Kenya, let South Africans come, especially Tanzania, through Jews and that. Let the South Africans come in and train to fight the white people. And allowed all these people to come in. They didn't call them illegal refugees. They didn't say anything. They said, you are our brothers. We're family. And we're here to help you get the oppression off your back. See, but the regular dumbass South African doesn't know this history that all their people went out of South Africa in the neighboring African countries and were given asylum with brotherly love, given homes to live in and places to restore themselves so they could go back and fight against this wicked ass white man. You're right. But the South Africans, like Joby said, don't know none of this history. They're ignorant. Go ahead, Joby.
They were regularized by our governments because they entered into those countries on the pretext that no African is illegal in Africa.
Nowhere. Exactly. How can I be illegal in Africa just because some white man set up some border? Them borders are fake. Joby said you used to walk around like this is your history. You're the same people. I'm not illegal in no fuck. Joby's not illegal in no South Africa. That's her land. Literally. Whether she's born in Kenya makes no difference. South Africa is her land. She's African. That land belongs to her. Period. Go ahead, Joe.
And his group were fighting against
the
Rhodesian government in Zimbabwe that was Rhodesia at that time. They fought, and when they got defeated, they ran into Botswana. When they got into Botswana, they were arrested. After being arrested, the AU sent a delegation to Botswana, and that delegation told the Botswana government that no African is illegal in Africa.
That's right.
And because of that, Bo Chris Hani, who had been sentenced to many years in prison, were released in 6 months. There was an understanding by the South African leadership that no one is an illegal immigrant.
And white people gave you that. Now you're illegal in other African. This is their government systems. With these fake borders saying now you're illegal African in other African countries. These are their fake countries. Exactly. No African is illegal in no African country because you're African. Go ahead, Joby.
They've forgotten this. Today they've forgotten that they taught Africa what immigrating into a country without papers is, and they got papers in those countries and were regularized in line with the Refugee Convention by African leaders. But South Africa has not done the same for Africans. Why? And don't forget that by coming into these neighboring countries as illegal immigrants, the Boers attacked those countries. They bombed those countries. They invaded those countries with their armies. And so those countries had to defend their territory because they wanted to keep South African exiles in their land. No African country would have been invaded had they ejected the leaders of the ANC.
Like
and let me tell you, there were wars fought in Namibia. Wars fought in Angola. Wars fought in Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Botswana. In Zimbabwe, we fought a war for 6 years in Matabeleland against rebels that were being funded in Matabeleland, just like M23 is said by South Africa to be funded by Rwanda. In Mozambique, we fought 12 years of war, where the apartheid government special forces were working to try and destroy our oil pipeline so that we can't fight apartheid. And they were trying to destroy, together with a group of rebels called Renamo, that again you can equate to M23, that South Africa says is funded by Rwanda. They say that because they know that the apartheid government funded Renamo. So you have to understand that there were wars that were fought that cost over $100 billion to liberate South Africa in neighboring countries.
They don't know that.
Countries were also destroyed by economic sanctions by apartheid companies of South Africa. This region of SADC lost over $110 billion then, which if you multiply today, you will see that it's over 400 billion. And South Africa never paid that money.
Nope, they paid back to the
apartheid companies were shielded by the ANC when independence came. They became part and parcel of SADC. We could not make them pay reparations. Today, after that suffering, for the freedom of South Africa, Africans are made to feel like they are inferior. But the Constitutional Court is making rulings
That's what's crazy.
that women and children of SADC must get health care if they are in this country. The aspect of whether they are legal or not should be dealt with by Home Affairs.
They don't know none of that history you're talking about, Rotundo. They don't know other Africans fought, lost, paid money to free these niggas. They don't know none of that. That's why, and so we don't have Joby's upset with these people. How dare you? Know you wouldn't even be free. You'd be still licking the white man's ass. And it wasn't for these other African countries. What? You fought wars for your ass? They went to war for you, boy. Angola, fucking Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe. They went to war for your ass. Mozambique. What are you talking about? I don't want these people in my country, and making it worse for me in my country. Talking about.
But no South African citizen has a right to determine who is legal and who is not when they are not Home Affairs officials. And in time, we will have to go to the International Court of Justice to deal with this persecution of civilians. We cannot have people denying healthcare to sick women and children in South Africa.
Kid, it's disgusting. But they're not doing. But then the disgusting part, they're not doing it to white people who coming in. You got an influx of so many white Jays, cat with hats, and other white people invading South Africa. Invading. They're all illegal. All of them are illegal. They says now at least over 1 million came in. They're illegal. Where are the black people going to them? It's only the African. That's what makes it even more despicable. Go ahead, Joe.
And what is interesting is you behave like this.
Yep.
Anti-African. But the
Yep.
war is coming your way.
Yeah.
You've got citizens in your country that are going to be
Told you.
funded.
Pause it. Exactly. You got, you got war coming, you dumb motherfuckers. You didn't let millions of white people up in there again. And they already talking about we're going to take half the country. And then you be begging, where's black people at the help us fight? Where's Kenya? Where's Nigeria? Where are they at?
Don't you dare call our. They should not even dare call our names. Like, keep our names out of your business. Suffer alone. Get the consequences. Suffer alone. Don't call Africans. You kicked all the Africans.
Africans are going. I think that sadly enough, Joby, despite the no good South African man, you're gonna have to fight. You can't give that part of South Africa to these white people. You can't, because they're gonna keep coming. You can't. You're gonna have to fight the war in their behalf, and then you're gonna have to educate these the children, because that war, he's right. That war is coming. I said that. That war is coming, and you ain't doing nothing. But you're too busy fighting Kenyans and Nigerians and everybody else. But you ain't fighting the people that's coming to steal the wealth of the country. Because you got millions of white people, Joby, invading illegal, invading South Africa to take it over. But go ahead, Joby.
To try and destroy your country so that they can be able to take your land.
Take it. Yep. I said that.
Who will defend you?
Who will defend you?
Exactly.
Other Africans gonna have to defend them, Joby, because you can't have a white uncle.
Nobody is coming to save you, I'm telling you. And they're gonna be talking and shitting on your face the same way you've been shitting on Africans, like this Chinese lady is shitting on Jamaicans right now. Because nobody, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna waste my sweat, my energy on people who have destroyed my business, beaten me even over my business, and taken my money. Nah, I'd rather go to Tanzania start business over there.
Joby, but okay, Joby, if your brother's stupid and he gets in some bad trouble, he's still your brother, right? You still gotta fight for him, right?
I want you. No. Let me tell you one thing about me and my brother. This is just realistic. Even my friends, even anyone around you, I'll warn you before shit happens to you. Be careful. This is dangerous. If you take this part, this is gonna fall you on a trap. Don't fuck around, because you know you're gonna find out. Choices have consequences, and then you go do stupid shit. Then you come back to me. Hell no. The same thing I told my brother. You go do some damn shit right now. Go look for your dad. Don't you dare look for me. Go look for your dad. I'm not gonna be doing this shit with you. You know what? I'm sacrificing myself for me to keep you in school. And you're doing some stupid ass shit here, thinking from a family of a president. Hell no. So no, I'm not gonna come. I'm sorry. Hell no.
All right, Joey. All right.
Let me give a good example. There's a movie I've seen. I've been following up. It's a drug movie, and I finished it actually this morning.
Okay.
And it's a young brother who the mom had like.
Okay.
He had 11 children, 4 from
11.
Yeah, 4, 5 from a different dad, and the rest from a different man. She was married twice, so she died one day coming from work in an road accident. So all of the siblings, apart from one, or I think 2 or 3, they're the ones who have finished school. The rest of them are in school, so they need school fees. They need food. They need someone to run their business. Their market has been taken. So there's a 16-sharp-year-old boy who is smart and very just calm in the family.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell people where he gets his money. He was doing like what you were doing when you
of course.
Yeah, actually, when I was watching it, I was like, this is like so young. Shit, goddamn. You know? Yeah. So long story short. The guy had a brother who wanted to get into the same business, but he's loud about the business. And, you know, it's not supposed to be loud, right?
Yeah, exactly. Supposed to keep your mouth shut. Exactly.
He wants to flex out, buy a new car, buy
Nah. See, nope.
To the point where he's now effing up the business of now the other, cartels. So
yeah.
He ended up shooting up one of the cartel, and he was told, so the brother who is now one of the big bosses, but he didn't know the brother was one of the bosses. Was told, hey, no, your brother is messing up, right? And for us to continue to keeping this business, we told you we don't like people who are loud, so you're gonna have to get rid of your brother. You know, we've been warning him a couple of times. You've saved him a couple of times. So you're gonna tell us this time you want us to save him again? And we're already on news. People are blowing up our shit. You're gonna have to. That is the only way. And he had to let his brother go, man. He had to let his brother be shot. He didn't do it. Yeah. He was like, I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to ensure it's done. So, yeah, I'm not going to warn you a couple of times. I'm going to go.
Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country. We identify as an ethnically diverse society. People, please, just stop it.
Not an African nation. Wow.
Yep.
Jamaicans, we do not hyphenate, and we do not encourage separation by race.
I've grown up my whole life knowing Jamaica is for black people, you know.
Yeah, no shit.
You know? Now
you got rice and noodles shit.
Number 2.
Jason, George Guy, you better go back to Jamaica and save your
right. George Guy, you better get your ass out of Canada and go back and save Jamaica, because apparently, like she said, you're all Jamaicans now.
This is my granny one. This one is my mom's, and this is grandpa.
The passports?
If you are planning a trip to Jamaica and you don't own one of these, you're going to have to book a return flight from where you came. These are the rules. I'm just.
Oh, you hear what she said? They said you Jamaicans that are not outside the country, who live in America, England. Some of you guys in Africa, most of you you're in Canada. You Jamaicans are like almost like Nigerians. You motherfuckers everywhere. You motherfuckers are in England. You know you're in Canada, you're in America. He's saying you're not even Jamaican. You got some Chinese lady telling you could be Negroes, you're not even Jamaican.
Yep.
Wow.
Go to Jamaica and you don't have one of these, immigration will stamp your passport and give you a set amount of time that you're allowed to stay in Jamaica. And if you overstay your welcome, we put you back on a plane.
We suffer every day. Can you imagine? We have been here for centuries. And we're still lagging around. If we to start a business in Jamaica, it's one of the hardest thing to start a business. While the Chinaman come from China
Exactly. China make them
start a business, none tax for 5 years.
Yeah.
And by the time the 5 years come when he start pay tax, he making cousin and he never and he uncle come and him gone. So and listen.
They're calling you Jamaicans immigrants on your own island. This was because you're weak. You imagine some Chinese motherfucker coming to my country now telling me I'm not Jamaica's not an African country? What? You supposed to have been packed their ass up and got them out of there. So she's bold with her disrespect too. It's not an African country. What? Yep. Jamaica is not an African country? No. That's right. That's right, because us Chinese came in 5 days ago. And we said it.
Bombo clat. No more oxtail. No more oxtail in the yard.
That when they go tell you Kenya and Nigeria and fucking Ghana in 10 years. The Kenya is not an African country. But the Chinese with multilingual. But you don't get to go to China as a black person. Tell them that's not a Chinese country. Ain't that funny? Don't they do that to you, goofy niggas? Go ahead.
So like that, your nose broken, talking crazy. You're looking like a bad pig about to be slaughtered.
For centuries. So this have nothing to do with PNP or JLP. And you know, at the end of the day, none of them now want to fix it because all of them want us to, the black man, to stay at the back.
Jamaica is not an Africa.
They want you to stay at the bottom.
Yeah, they don't want black men to be on the top, literally.
Exactly.
Someone says section, it's black just like China is mainly Chinese. Someone also says this is fault for inviting everybody in their cook, literally. Yep. That is always inviting everyone. Come, too many cooks destroy the recipe, and they'll.
Yep, you're right.
Literally.
Africans love to bring everybody in. Oh, everybody, my friend, everybody. I mean, they don't think like you are. They come to take over.
Someone says Jamaica is a black country. The majority of the people are black, and that's on people.
Yeah.
Someone says this is what folks get for being too welcoming. It's always a whole immigrant trying to tell black folks we're not. In our own land. And someone says Jamaica is majority black, a black country. That's just fact. Doesn't mean other races are not here, but it is absolutely a majority black country. And the last comment I'm gonna read, someone says this is Jamaican people's fault because the amount of time I've seen you all mention the same line under comments. Don't say nothing now because it hits different coming from a non-black person mouth. Stand on it. Hey, that's crazy. Stand on it, even. That's super crazy. But I'm gonna share Oscar Sonko's video as he talks about unity of black people because this should make us understand. He's saying exactly the same points Ibrahim Traoré has been saying, majority of the leaders have been saying. And if you look at now all these problems we have, we'd not be having these problems if something.
Without unity, you end up like Jamaica. People talking crazy. Say it's not an African country. You go out of Chinese doing Jamaican music.
God, hell no.
You ever go play? Hey, Keith, do you know this Jamaican artist named King Kong Bing Bang? No, Joey, I don't know him either.
I can't even them. I don't know.
Financing sovereignty then means reducing dependence on external funding, mobilizing internal resources, and establishing a control plan. When it comes to budgetary choices, there is no sovereignty over financial heads. I would like to say here, Africa does not need all this debate about debt, about what African debt represents on a global scale. This is what we are experiencing today. A war that has already cost hundreds of billions of dollars, certainly. A single Patriot missile to shoot down an Iranian drone costs $1 million. How many missiles have been fired? You can't even imagine it. And that's just one example, a small example. Africa's debt means absolutely nothing. What Africa needs is a global consensus, a strong one, since Africa is the only continent that still has room for growth, capable of driving global growth over the next 30 years. What China was for the past
next 100 years.
only Africa has this potential.
Yep.
And we are ready to reach this consensus with a moratorium on debt suspension, a targeted catalytic investment to propel the continent.
He's telling you Africa is the future. He's letting you know for the growth, because Africa's been kept underdeveloped. The only place to get significant growth is in Africa. That's just the fact. Black Africa, not where the Arabs are at, Black Africa. Because Africa needs everything. It's been underdeveloped. So that's where the money's going to come from. Africa's the future, whether you like it or not. Good.
For the benefit of everyone. Unfortunately, no one will do it for Africa. Africans need to be aware of this.
Yep.
And that is why, unfortunately, one of Africa's main problems is the issue of leadership and political and state misconduct.
Of course. Leaders are bad. Mm-hmm.
Not all, but the majority of our leaders don't even know what to do with it.
That's him being Africanized. Him being more nice than Touré. He's been very, the Africans always used to being kind. They're the same people. He's saying that he knows most leaders are terrible. But he's not going to say it. He's going to do it a nice way. We know that most leaders are bad, but we're not going to say all, but most. They're all bad. They're all terrible.
I feel this is coming actually from a point of being hurt personally himself because of.
Okay.
He feels afraid by.
I'm sure he does. Oh yeah, by that dude. I'm sure he does.
Not all, but the majority.
Because the majority.
To hold on to it as long as possible, but there is no vision and no ability to unite around what truly matters.
Nope, exactly. They don't want unity destroys they don't want these African puppets don't want unity. That destroys their power. Unity makes the Africans start rising up. There's no more poverty. More poverty porn. That destroys their trust. They want to keep everybody in tribal shit, impoverished and stupid. That's why you don't got much education for free in Africa. It benefits the puppets. White man didn't told them to play. This is what you're going to do. What you need to do to keep yourself in power. You want to keep them stupid. You want to give them a bunch of religion. And also you want to keep them divided on tribal fake beefs. You divide and conquer. Go ahead, Joe.
When the categories we use to analyze our own realities are borrowed from elsewhere, when our public policies are designed within frameworks that do not include our own, then we are dependent without even realizing it. Sovereignty is also a battle of ideas. And finally, sovereignty means uniting, because no African state taken alone can make a significant impact in the international system.
Yeah, exactly.
No state taken alone can make a significant
That's why they split you up. Look out there, economy. That's why you got these goofy borders. They split you up to keep you impoverished. Exactly. No African country alone. That's why they split you up in all these goofy. That's why you always break things up to give it less power. That's why they're always against your uniting. Because as Africans unite, you're the biggest people on the planet. You gain your power back. That's why it's always to make sure you never unite.
Yeah.
Good, Joe.
Also xenophobic, literally, because they don't know unity.
In the international system. Regional integration is not an option, it is a necessity.
It isn't exactly.
But it should not be mere coordination, it must be a pooling of power and capacity. Yet initiatives such as the African Continental Free Trade Area, the AFCFTA, emerging tech startups, or Pan-African educational projects show that we have already begun to build economic and cognitive sovereignty. The AFCFTA can be the historic site of productive integration. But without an industrial strategy, without a policy of local transformation, without each member state being individually viable, it risks becoming merely a space for the circulation of goods to the benefit of the most powerful players, often from outside the continent. It must not be an open market, but a tool for African economic structuring. In the same way, ECOWAS must be strengthened. The recent intention with the countries of the Alliance of Sahel States must not lead to a lasting fragmentation of the West African space.
No, it must. Yeah, it must. No ECOWAS. That wasn't created by you, so that's got to go. You can't have institutions benefit African people that were not built by you. That's why the African Union's got to go. Why ECOWAS has got to go. These are institutions not built by Africans to benefit Africans.
responsibility to rebuild bridges, to recreate dialogue, and to frame these differences within a perspective of political compromise rather than rupture. The future will not be built through separation, but through the ability to articulate different visions within a common project. Veneristic, the ECOWAS countries, it is together as the ECOWAS space. To be a power, there are two aspects that seem essential to me as Professor Monemoire Pierre Lacroix. They are territory and population, demography and geography. I do not know of any power on a territory of 100 square kilometers and a population of 18 million inhabitants. I do not know of any. If we want to talk about Israel, it's not a power, it's just another state of the United States. In reality, it's a power of the future. I do not know of any. Individually, if our countries are well managed, well administered, well governed, we can be rich countries, comfortable countries with some of the highest human development indices.
Yeah, of course. Everybody knows you're rich, dude. There's no secret that Africans are the people are not rich. There's no secret that Africa's rich. Yeah, should be no poor Africans. Go ahead.
We are the richest countries in terms of development.
Yeah.
But does that make them powers? Absolutely not. China covers 9 million and some square kilometers with 1.3 billion people.
That's a lie. I'm glad I told you there was no 1.3 billion Chinese. I know. Shout out to the Chinese lady out here telling that those numbers are lies. Said mostly maybe 500 million of them. That's what I said. The African is the most on the planet. I've been saying always has been. And I said it was no fucking 1,300,000,000 Chinese. That's a lie. At the most, Chinese said these numbers are lies. I knew they were lies. You might. She's saying might be 500 million. So that's half. That's over half the number they talk about. There's no 1,300,000,000 Chinese people. That's a lie. All these fake numbers you've been given.
Power.
Yeah.
The Israelis have 9 million square kilometers for 200 or 300 million inhabitants. That could be a power. In the case of ECOWAS, with 5 million and some square kilometers and 400 million inhabitants, if we adjust and manage ourselves well, we will soon be a power. I'm running out of time.
Now that ECOWAS, if you do Africa, you got black Africans, you got over 1 billion people. What is ECOWAS? It's about Africa as a whole. There's no listen to Africans. And everybody knows this. You're the majority. You got the youngest population, gonna be youngest. You build any real military, there's nobody that can stop you. Nobody. No Europeans, no Asians, nobody. Because you got the youth. So there's no one will be able to invade you. No one will be able to talk crazy to you. Because you have the military power with the youth to back it up. See, other countries understand it. You know, like Joby told you, you can talk all these nice things he's saying. That shit means nothing, because they're not gonna stop trying to exploit you because you got the wealth. They're not gonna change and be good because you do some flowery words. Oh yes, we're supposed to be rich and blah. They said no. We're supposed to come steal your shit and put you in the mines and have you work for free, like we've always been doing. But that's why your ECOWAS is fake. Your ECOWAS is phony. Okay? Only ones that actually putting words into actions, sadly enough, are AES. They're the ones actually doing shit. You doing these speeches. Africans are tired of your goofy speeches. You give good speeches, cool, but there's no action. Okay? That's why everybody's trying to kill AES, because they're going outside the cat with the hat system. They're actually saying, hey, we're going to be free or we're going to die. That's it. Freedom or death. And that's what you're going to have to do. Because as Ibrahim told, should nobody be poor in Africa? You're too wealthy. You got too much. Africa powers the world. And African people, it's the fucking poor. Are you crazy? You're going to have to fight for what's yours again. Not give these dumbass speeches all the time. Yeah, we're rich. We got blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows that already. What are you going to do about it? You going to give another goofy speech? When they come to steal your gold, your cobalt, your coltan, you give another one of these dumbass speeches? I don't want to hear no more speeches. All right? Shout out to and ECOWAS was trying to invade the AES. You know that, right, dude? Nigeria had America there with spy equipment on the border. Shout out to AES that shut it down. Crazy as hell. ECOWAS, that wicked ass organization created by white people. Shit, fuck out of here. I'm questioning your ass too. In the way you don't know ECOWAS and don't work for black people. That's why it's been around 50 years and Nigeria's a basket case. How's this ECOWAS been around 50 years? You got people starving in Nigeria eating bush meat and shit. This is great. It's a great organization, ECOWAS, blah, blah, blah. That ain't the reality on the ground, dude. People eating bush meat in the dark. No lights on. And you want to tell me about some fucking ECOWAS. I'm eating bush meat, I'm in the dark. Shut the fuck up with these goofy speeches.
You're going to enjoy that without watching some movie and you're in the dark. You can't even watch no movie.
I know. I can't even see what kind of bush meat I'm eating. Shit.
Yeah, it was those speeches. As much as yes, he's making. He started off very well, but of course lost me when he started talking about Israel.
Yeah, exactly. They always speak. Whenever they talk about Israel, you know they're in the pocket of the cats. They're in the system, Joby. Because all you gotta know. Now you gotta know who's actually real and who's not. Who's actually talking against the system, Joe. When they start talking about some of this, they're in the system. You know, because they know most people don't know what the system is. You know, the system is the cats with the hats that run everything, right? So they get to talking that shit. Say, oh, he's not no revolutionary fighter. It's all. They don't think Africans know enough to know the system, but
exactly.
You know the system.
What you gonna do about it? That should be the right question. What are you gonna do? Are you willing to
exactly
change from the same system to another different system, which is the Alliance for Health, completely independent? Are you willing to take
exactly? But that might get me killed, Joby. They shut the fuck up talking. They shut the fuck up talking about shit. You gonna change? You don't want change. You just give them speeches. Shut up, there.
Are you willing to take the risk? But as we wind up with today's conversation, I'm going to wrap it up with since we've seen that literally the potential Africa has, and people have been knowing it. These people have been knowing it. But again, they always come back with the sub-Saharan. They need help. So let's look at what the IMF has
exactly. So when they do sub-Saharan, they mean subhuman. Sub-Saharan Africa, the subhuman Negroes, when really you're only true human being.
The International Monetary Fund comes against the backdrop of conflict in the Middle East, whose impact is being felt on the global economy, even affecting growth prospects that were still positive just a few weeks ago.
The global economy was on a steady growth.
These wicked ass banks, IMF and the World Bank, are evil.
Recent years,
and
we were looking to upgrade our projections. The war has stopped that momentum, and we now project growth of 3.1% this year, under our reference forecast, with inflation rising to 4.4%, a sharp departure from the previous trend. The economic impact will depend on the duration and scale of the conflict.
Beyond immediate crisis management, the International Monetary Fund emphasizes on the importance of long-term structural reforms.
Long-term structural reforms. See, always keeping Africa just bullshit.
And poverty. That's what it's saying. It's saying you niggas are going to have to be poor. You continue to be poor, Joby. That's what that means.
Exactly. I'm supposed to not look about I should leave alone the short-term structural reforms we have now. And the long term, the short term is already not beneficial. I need to actually think about how I'm going to walk away from this debt crisis, pay your debts. But no, that's not going to happen, literally. And that's why I'm saying also, Osman Soko is also very wrong for saying that we need our debt suspended. Personally, I'm heavy on standing on
you need not to pay it back at all because you don't owe no debts. All those debts are fake. People actually owe Africa. Exactly. They've been paid back 100 times over. Shout out to Dr. Arcana. You're ever going to pay back these debts because these loans were all unfair. It's all unfair and predatory. Africans pay back his debts 20 times over, Joe. But if you're a power, you tell them, I'm not paying back shit. I'm not paying you back nothing. Take it.
Which power? Tinubu power?
No, I'm talking about you getting real like an AES. They think we're not. They pay me. We're not taking no more. They're running around begging, even so ready to take on debt. I don't want none of your debt. You keep your debt.
You can do that when you're talking like Tinubu or Ruto out there.
Nah.
You can't. I'm so sorry. But shout out to everyone who has been with us on the chat. Shout out to John
What's up, family?
Dash, wanted to say, did you know Africa and the United States was together as one? Yeah.
Huh? Who was that? When was this? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's one. When was this? Is that was this some dream you had or something?
I don't know. Africa doesn't want us there, so Africa is going to be a last resort.
Africa doesn't want who there? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Africa people is not helping the Black American people. They only think about themselves.
Oh, okay. This is the goofy moron FBA talk shit. You ever been to Africa? I'm gonna tell you right now, the Africans are helping me. Let me explain it to you right now. The Africans are helping me. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because I know you never. So this some goofy FBA talk. I know you ain't never been outside your neighborhood, never been out your state. You know, you impoverished in your mama's basement, fucked up and hungry. You know, you want the FBA morons, right? So I get you. I hear you. I understand you. All right. Now, the Africans always hate them. What Africans hate you? Give me some names. How many Africans you know? I know 2 Africans. I mean, you know, none. Okay. So are you a pretendian? Let me find out what tribe. Are you an Indian too? Because you FBA morons got so many different ideologies. Let me make sure I put you in the right camp before Joby closed down the show. What are you? Are you a Blackfoot? Are you a Cherokee? You know, you never came from Africa. So let me tell you, you know, let me give you science. Everybody comes from African people. That's a fact. There's no fucking body in America without Africa. Okay? Everybody started in Africa. Everybody has African genetics. See, this is another thing about you dumbass moronic FBA motherfuckers. Get this work. Everybody on the planet has, even white people have African genetics. Everybody. So the source of everything is African. I know you hate that. I know you hate that. It makes you angry, don't it? Make you want to go. Make you want to eat a whole thing of corn or some shit, right? That's your recipes. You can't tell me no FBA recipe. You want to go eat a whole ear of corn? You guys already tell me some corn dishes. We had a bunch of corn. Give me the dish. FBA. You been eating a whole big stock of corn? So the Africans don't like it. They don't want us over there from who? From your master. Tariq told you that? He just went to Senegal 2 months ago. He said he loved it in Senegal. They treated him well. What are you talking about? How they don't want you over there? Your master, Tariq Nasheed, who ain't even FBA. I told you this nigga wasn't an FBA. His lineage is from the island. His people are from the island. I don't know if he's from Jamaica, Barbados, but he ain't no FBA, you fucking morons. A lot of y'all know that now. So you guys are even splintered off. This group is even not even unified no more. You goofy FBA motherfuckers, like, you guys are a friends group on the internet. You don't exist in real life. I can't find you FBAs in the street except online. No one knows who the fuck you people are. You're a friends group, a small, tiny friends group. But a lot of you morons have been waging war with Tariq because you know he's not an FBA. I told you this nigga. But no fucking foundational black, this fake shit he made up. Foundational black America. I don't believe his people from the slave fields of America, and they weren't from the slave. They were slaves, but on some fucking goofy ass Caribbean island, Jamaica. I think he said his great granddad came from Barbados or Grenada, where the fuck. But he ain't no black FBA. This fake shit he made up to make money off you fucking morons. See, because most of you stupid. You don't know if you're pretending. You don't know if you're a goddamn. You motherfuckers got so many different ideologies because this is a cult of the stupid. This is the cult of the retarded child who needs to put on a helmet so he won't fall off the dinner table. You know, you need a helmet because you're a moron. You guys are the short bus kids. You know when they put all the retarded kids on the back of the bus, the short bus, and put a helmet on them? That's you FBA morons. You don't know any history. You don't know any geography. You don't know any anthropology. That's why you're stupid. You don't know any kind of anthropology. I'm an FBA. FBA what? What is that? What is it? I don't know. Tariq told me where we come from. We was on the plantation. Where you come from before you was on the plantation, you fucking moron? Where you came from first before you got to the plantation as a slave? You motherfucker can never tell me you don't know any anthropology. You can't tell me that because you don't know nothing. He gone. Yeah. You fucking moron.
I think he's gone, but
yeah, he gone. Yeah, you'll get this work fucking with me. You fucking moronic ass FBA niggas. Yeah. Africans hate me. You know an African? I don't know an African. You never met an African? I'd hate you. Much love, guys.
As we leave, thank you so much for everyone who's been with us this morning. That has been an amazing conversation. I hope for those who shall be catching this on a replay, you enjoy, especially that last part, man. Oh my God, have yourself some beautiful rest part of your morning.
Don't be always cut me off when I've got to do my rant.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to go in so much because time is going and I want to go pick up some medicines downstairs.
I know. It's always at the end. I need to get you niggas in the beginning of the show and give you this work.
I wish I had read the comment at the beginning, but I was like, I'm not gonna read it because I saw it. I'm like, it's gonna distract the whole conversation. So I'm gonna
I know. Go ahead. You're right. You're right. I was gonna go right to my rant. You're right.
Yes, family. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. See you guys later. We're coming back, of course, with the Tubonge show. So kindly tune in and later on the Africa Today show. I hope the guy comes back and says which Africans don't like him.
Come back tonight and get this one. Oh, damn it. Lights went off. Shit.